By convincing you that you're the problem instead of them, they get rid of the need to take accountability.
So the video you just saw is from Sight to Go. Those guys are doing an awesome job over there, really breaking down a lot of what we endure in this society without, really understanding what it is and what it's designed to look for. And that video is teaching us how to look for gaslighters. And one of the things a gaslighter will do, because they are narcissistic, maybe even narcissists, is blame you for your choices and decisions, for having boundaries, for standing your ground. And they will say you're the problem, you're the reason, you're the issue, instead of looking at themselves and trusting you to know what it is that you want. That should sound familiar.
Number 2, they make you question yourself and your sanity.
Again, shout out to Sight to Go. If you guys have not looked at that channel, you definitely need to do that. Now, a gaslighter wants you to think that you're insane. We are sovereign human beings given certain inalienable rights by the Most High. But a gaslighter is a master manipulator. And what they want to do is make you question that by insulting your intelligence. That's one of the primary means I've noticed a gaslighter will do, is make you feel like the reasons you don't want to take their course of action is not due to what you're saying, but due to their perspective, which is self-centered and narcissistic, just being selfish at best. You know why you want what you want.
A gaslighter, however, will not only leave you worse off, but will create feelings of self-doubt within.
So once again, shout out to Sight to Go. I can't sing their praises enough. They're doing an awesome job with breaking down the insidious means that people with narcissistic personality disorders or high in a narcissistic trait will try to get people to capitulate to their ways. And what a narcissist wants to do is make you feel like you don't know what you think you want. They want to break you down. It's a form of mental manipulation and mind control. They want you to feel like you are out of pocket, you're out of line. You're the villain and they're the hero that's trying to save you from, your own thoughts, where, without them, you would have never made it this far.
Others can manipulate your perception of yourself by intentionally making hurtful remarks about your intelligence.
So once again, shout out to Sight to Go for breaking down to us lay people in simplest terms what a gaslighter looks like. Okay, because definitely in today's more narcissistic, vain, self-centered society, we need to understand when even our leaders are trying to perpetrate this against us. And as you see, they will insult your intelligence. A major form of mind control and mental manipulation is making the victim, quote unquote, feel like that they are somehow the villain. We all want to feel like good people, right? So what they would do is take the high moral ground and not realize even how, condescending that they're coming off due to their narcissism. You know why you want to do the things you want to do. Don't let anyone make you feel stupid.
Gaslighters can manipulate your perception of yourself by intentionally making hurtful.
All right, I want to thank Sight to Go again for that awesome introduction into my next point. And what that is, guys, is a gaslighter has no character, none whatsoever. I need you guys to understand, because I know it's difficult for sane people to get this, is that a gaslighter actually enjoys perpetrating their agenda against you. They will try to destroy you using all types of, insidious mental manipulations, such as sign language, which is shame, insults, guilt, and name calling. Okay. Any empirical evidence that you use against them, they would simply deflect and project. Okay. But what we're doing here, guys, is strengthening ourselves, and we're going to be healed, delivered, and prepared.
and speak out about your emotional needs is a sign of emotional intelligence. Stick to your truth.
Okay, once again, grateful to Sight to Go for that awesome introduction to my next point. So what I need you guys to understand is, contrary to what the gaslighter would have you to believe, being able to articulate your sentiments on a particular, subject and or person is actually a sign of emotional intelligence, and I would add strength of character. We all, once again, have inalienable rights given to us by the Most High God to be sovereign human beings and to articulate our sentiments, to speak about our wants and needs. In a healthy society, this is welcome. Only a gaslighter will use shame, insults, guilt, and name calling. But you guys know better.
Stop to it by either disengaging entirely or by refusing to react to their words.
So the reason we're featuring Sight to Go is because I want you guys to understand these are not just personal opinions. Not only have I had my own experiences, but I've also done a lot of research, okay, before I bring this to you, because I definitely want to help you guys to heal. And we go back to when it comes to dealing with narcissists or any type of emotional manipulator, as they stated, you want to put a stop to it by simply not engaging. Okay, if you can separate from the person. You definitely want to do this because you don't want to waste your time, effort, and energy, with someone who does not value you. Stop trying to prove your worth. Okay, if you have to be around them, you can use the gray rock method. This is basically when you don't allow anything they say to you to get you emotional.
Then allows them to brainwash you into thinking their perception is more accurate.
All right, so remember, a gaslighter would love nothing more than to brainwash you, right? To use blame shifting in order to make you think something is wrong with you, by making you think something is wrong with your perception. We've discussed this. So what you have to do is stand on your own too, stand in the wisdom that you've gained from videos like this. Definitely stand in your faith, stand in, prayer. You want to, get with some other like-minded individuals, and even some that are not like-minded, who can bring other perceptions to what you know the truth to be. Okay, if you know that gaslighter has a vested interest, especially in keeping you misinformed, don't trust them.
Gaining the upper hand in a conversation with a gaslighter starts by understanding their behavior.
Okay, so in Article Isaiah, section 4, clause 6, the Most High God reminds us that his people perish for lack of knowledge. As with anything, guys, the first thing you have to do is know your enemy and know yourself. You have to know what some of your triggers are. You have to know, what are you susceptible to. You have to know if your enemy, in this case, the gaslighter and or the narcissist, if they have a propensity to emotionally as well as mentally manipulate you. And if you have identified them to be a narcissist and or a gaslighter, then you should know they have this tendency and propensity. So you should do what you're doing now and continue to get information and educate yourself.
Here, but it's important to not allow their attempts to skew your sense of reality to succeed.
Okay, so this is my final point on this, and definitely shout out to Sites to Go. I pray this has been a blessing to you guys. The final thing is, you have to remember they are master manipulators. Okay, so they're going to use whatever they can. Sign language, shame, insults, guilt, name calling. They're going to deflect, right? They're going to project, right? They're going to do whatever they can to make you feel small, make you feel insane, make you feel like the perpetrator. You have to know these things. It starts with being sound in who you are, more importantly, sound in who God is, and sound in your logic, sound in your reality, okay? Sound in your character, of sound mind and body, so you would not be deceived. I'm praying your strength.